Right here.
Inside Walmart, and that number is 602-7,000. And a big thank you to Desert Financial Credit Union for sponsoring our KRIM Community Spotlight Program. Good morning, Rim Country. Chris Higgins in the studio. Hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday morning. And I'm having a great morning in here with Winter, big fluffy pooch. That's her owner, Carol Bland, with Soroptimist brought in. So if you're watching our Community Spotlight program on Facebook, I think you're able to see Winter here, and she's enjoying the morning. Also, Inga Chenard in both of the ladies with Soroptimist of Zane County. So thank you, ladies, for coming in this morning.
Oh, thank you for having us.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you for all you do for the community.
Hey, you're welcome, thank you. And you're going to be talking about a wonderful event, a Cowboy Christmas, taking place December 8th. That is this Friday.
Friday.
Yes, this Friday. I was thinking about that, and I thought, wow, that is coming up very soon. This Friday, 5 to 8 p.m. at the Oxbow Saloon and restaurant at 607 West Main Street. So, a Cowboy Christmas. How many years has Soroptimist been doing this?
We've been doing about 10. It's a party.
Mm-hmm.
It's a place where we go and then give away money.
Oh.
We decided to make a party out of it, and so we had groups that we fund and nonprofits that we give money to that are helping people in the community.
Mm-hmm.
And so we make a party out of it and invite people, and we have wine and food and and this time we're having a shootout.
Oh, hey now, a shootout. Is that with the Ponderosa Pioneers?
Yes, it is. Yeah, they're gonna about 5:30. They're gonna be in the parking lot having a shootout.
In the patio.
In the patio.
Yes.
Okay.
The patio there. Oh, and that's like in the back patio?
Yes, sir. And
No.
we're bringing our own food because, donations have been really, really low this year.
Mhm.
And we work a lot with tax credits.
Mhm.
And of course, there's so many nonprofits, which is fine, but because we're in a small town, it's so much more prevalent.
Mhm.
In the larger towns, of course, cities, it's more widespread, so you have a better chance of tapping into those tax credits, which we used to be a good support system for us, but now everybody's so aware. And since our funding and our donations have been so low this year, okay, we decided to just go for broke and do it all big. And Jean Oliver, who we call our Soroptosaurus, she is
Even when she's around, we call her that.
Oh yeah, to her face. She's the one that came up with the name.
Uh-huh.
She's been the oldest and longest Soroptimist. We've got a few new people that have been in maybe 2 years, but half of us have been in 20 years or whatever. My mother dropped me off on a Soroptimist doorstep when I was 7, so I've been a Soroptimist for like 22 years. So do the math. It's a joke.
So with the Soroptimist, I think for those listening and watching, if you're listening on the radio, you can also watch on Facebook, on my Facebook page, or also on YouTube, the KRIM YouTube channel. But Carol, can you share with people listening, there's Soroptimists of Zane Grey Country, just what the organization does?
Sure. Soroptimist is actually an international organization. We have a club, which is Soroptimist International of Zane Grey Country. But the organization itself is worldwide, and we have been in existence since the 1920s. Essentially, we go after issues for women in the world that are not handled by other organizations or governments. We have done some pretty big stuff. We tend to deal with governments, not small organizations. When we have a project, we go in to really handle something that's big, because there's some dark places that really don't get help and don't get light. There are women in the world who really actually die for reasons which are horrifying to know, and that are fixable. The thing about it is you can fix it. It takes some money and some time and some people who are willing to do it. And so that's what Soroptimist is. Now locally, we raise money locally, it stays local. So when we're raising money, like for our what we're doing today, today, thank God it's not today, it's Friday, on Friday, that money raising goes to local things. We help women who are usually, they've been battered, they have had hard lives, they have families that they are supporting and that they're responsible for themselves. They're heads of their own household. They're trying to go back to school to be a nurse or to do something to make their lives better for themselves and their children. So that's called a women, that organization that we have for that is called Live Your Dream. And it is money that we give to them for any reason. Just because they're in school, we give them money, but they can use it for shoes for the kids. We don't tell them how to use the money. We just say we are rewarding you for the fact that you are making this effort through education to make your life better. And then we have another thing that we do that's called
Dream It Be It.
Thank you, Dream It Be It. All
Girls
these dream
14
things.
to 18.
Yeah, girls 14 to 18, and we try to mentor girls who are sometimes on the edge. You know, occasionally a girl just needs someone around who knows that life can be difficult, but might have some help for them, and that's who we want to be. We have a day-long function where we bring in people to talk to them about life and about how they can make themselves better. We feed them and have fun games, and we do things with them, and then we kind of keep in touch with them through the year. And that is an organization is for girls who are still in school. So those are the two local things we do for that are money intensive. Then we also give money to some of the local nonprofits. We're really big on education. We think education is one of the things that can literally change a life. And so the local organization that is for literacy, that organization we give money to. And in the past, we've also recognized the fact that sometimes women just need a safe place to go. So Soroptimist actually was instrumental in founding the Time Out Shelter.
Wow.
So long ago.
Yes. Yeah, oh boy, how many 30 years, I think. 30
Yeah,
years,
right.
the
Well,
shelter.
you know, again, about our funding being cut back, we used to be able to give checks at our Christmas parties to about 5 or 6 different nonprofits. We've had to cut it back to 3 this year. So again, you know, but the thought, the promotion, really our mission, I would say, would be the empowerment of women and girls through education, socially and economically.
That's true.
You know, so we don't give a handout, we give a handout.
Right, we do. And we've had some pretty interesting successes. We gave funds to a lovely lady who was the head of her own household, who was learning how to be a welder.
Oh.
Well, she wasn't an abusive, remember, she couldn't get out, we helped her.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right. And she was in the shelter,
Yeah.
yes. But now she had her education, she became a welder. She's really good at it. She went to Phoenix and is moving up in the company.
Bought her own house.
I don't, so, you know,
Wow.
sometimes people don't realize that just giving a boost in the right time, in the right place, can make all the difference. And what a fabulous thing it is to be in an organization like Soroptimist. I have to tell you, it's one of the best things I ever did for myself. It really
So how long have you been in Soroptimist?
Since 1990.
And how about you, Inga?
Late 80s. Yeah, 90, say 90, that
Yeah.
sounds better.
Yeah. Yeah. So, wow. So, just a very long time and very, so you've, seen a lot of young women get help
Yes.
through the organization.
Yes.
And, you know,
That's
the good part about this is that we always have somebody kind of keep in touch, because the 2 different programs are so similar and yet so different. Okay, so the Dream It Be It is basically focused on girls from 14 to 18, not the girls that get the scholarships. Okay, but the gals who possibly could be at risk of not completing high school, it motivates them. And like Carol said, we do a whole program for them, personality, type of programs, and finding your niche of what you're good at in life, that type of thing. And then the other one, of course, is a really well-kept secret. And I love that one, women getting a second chance. Their lives have been interrupted. They've had to maybe quit school, raise families, they can't get ahead. Their education, their past education is not sufficient to promote a better position. So by applying through our program, writing an essay, we pick, and then they have different levels. If they get us locally, then they can go on to a higher level, to state and all of that, and get some really good funding.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, these programs are not just in Payson. We have women who have succeeded to get funds from us, but then we send their names on, and we have districts and regions and even nationally where there are funds still available. And once again, it is merit, and by merit I don't mean that they've gotten A's at their.
Yes.
I mean that they have reasons for needing the money. It's a case of need. We are interested in where we can help the most. So that's what these essays that we ask them to write is, please tell us what's going on in your life, so that we can know where to help you. And that's really what we do.
How many countries are we in now?
Oh, you were going to ask me a technical question. Oh my goodness
Was
gracious.
it about 160 free countries?
Yeah, it's easier to say who we're not with.
Yeah.
We're not in
Wow.
North Korea.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I mean, really, seriously,
They're
it's
not
easier
big-
to say where we're not.
Yeah, they're not big on human rights,
No,
period.
they're not,
and
they're not. But we
not
are in
just
South
women's rights,
Korea.
but just
Yeah.
human rights.
But we are in South Korea. I mean, you know, so we are all over the world. We have had some fascinating things that we've dealt with that have helped women and girls literally saving lives, literally. In fact, I really like to say, which is the truth, if you are a Soroptimist and you pay your dues, the dues we pay go nationally and internationally. And because you do that, it goes to fund these things that we do on an international level that sometimes are serious things. In fact, they're always serious. And so if you're a Soroptimist, you can say to yourself, look in the mirror and say, every year I pay my dues, and somewhere in the world a woman lives, actually lives.
Yeah.
It's the truth.
One of the things about our local club is that Soroptimist International usually goes dark during the summertime. We don't.
We don't.
we have so much fun. You know, we do silly stuff and don't really have a program. So anybody who is more interested in finding out about us, we meet every Wednesday at Tiny's Restaurant from 12 to 1. You know, you're free to come in. If you want to order lunch, you can. If you don't have to. But we are really busy little beavers, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Barely. Well, this is why, you know, I
This is
inherited
why- This is why we're having this thing on Friday.
Yeah.
Is because it's one of our projects that raises money. As Inga indicated earlier, we have the state, we do ask people to donate, instead of giving money to the state for their taxes, to give it to us, because we're a qualified charitable organization. 22022 is our number, just in case you'd like to write that down.
What was that number again? I didn't hear that.
22022. When they gave me that number, I thought, thank you very much, it's one I can actually remember. Anyway, so we ask people to please, instead of giving their tax money to the state of Arizona, bless their little hearts, to please give it to us, because we will then turn around, 100% goes to help women and girls in situations that are literally life-changing.
You know, something that I just heard and found out, because I know that they've raised the amounts. So if you as a couple, depending on the organization, because the different organizations have different levels, you know, like, I hope I can mention this because PCK.
Yeah.
I'm the marketing director, and PCK is going to be one of
It's one of our
recipients.
recipients.
But, you know, their limits are like $842 or something for a couple and $421 for a single. Well, I thought for a longest time that was it. I just found out that if you owe more than that, you owe $12,000, this is your limit to that particular charity, okay? But then the rest of the, you know, amount of money up to $12,000, you can distribute to others and find out, so you can distribute to Soroptimist, this is what I just heard.
Okay, well,
Kind of.
Let me clarify just a
Okay.
little.
She's a tax
So
person.
I was gonna say,
That's why I wanted to,
person
because
here
if
too.
I heard it, others have heard
Yeah.
it too.
Well, let me explain.
Yes.
Okay. The amount of money that you can give to all qualified charitable organizations is a limit per couple.
Mhm.
In other words, if you, God help you if you hold $12,000, I mean,
I
anyway.
want you to adopt me
Okay, all
if
right,
you
but
do.
anyway, but you can only give 800 as a couple
Mhm.
to qualified charitable organizations. You can divide that money up among different charitable organizations,
Mhm.
qualified charitable organizations. But then, really, it would not count against your taxes, but I would recommend that you always give heavily to charity if you have the ability to do it.
Mhm.
Because charities fill a gap that government cannot fill.
Mhm. Yes.
And in this country, it is absolutely true that charitable organizations do the work that government simply cannot.
Mhm.
And we actually don't want them to.
Mhm. Yeah.
It is better that charities do
This
it.
way, yes.
Because then the people who are involved have a choice as to where that money's going.
Mhm. Yes, and then when you look in
Sorry.
communities like ours, where you have so many different nonprofits, as you pointed out, Inga, there are so many nonprofits that fill so many different roles and help so many different individuals in different situations in our community. That is a much better way to do that than to have government agencies created or the government handling, well, we're going to provide money for this group or this demographic or in this case and so on.
Well, and also, those people get paid. See,
Mm.
when you're talking
Yeah.
about charitable organizations, there aren't paid people there. I don't
Yeah.
think we've given you a dime, have we? No, I don't think we have. No.
No, but I've spent a lot of money getting
Yeah,
stuff.
sure you do. So people who are inclined to get involved with charities,
Mhm.
do it on their own.
Yeah.
And you're not getting, so the money that you're raising is really pure. I
Mhm.
mean, you really do say, if you want to donate to a good cause, it actually is going there with charitable organizations like ours,
Mhm.
because there are no paid staff.
Yes, makes sense.
Yeah.
Again, if you're just tuning in or if you just started watching us on Facebook, talking with Carol Bland and Inga Chenard with Soroptimist of Zane Country, and talking about a Cowboy Christmas, an event that's happening this Friday from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Oxbow Saloon and Restaurant. And there will be a very special shootout by the Ponderosa Pioneers, always entertaining.
Yes.
Ponderosa Pioneers, the performances that they put on are great. There's also going to be food, raffles, drinks, wine,
50-50.
50-50.
Yes.
and-
Wine wheels that they can spin for prizes.
Oh, wow.
So, we kept our tickets very, very low.
Yeah, it's $35 a couple.
Yeah.
Mhm. There we
At
go.
$20 a piece, when all other fundraisers are usually $70, $80, $90, $100 a plate. That's why we're providing our own food. We can't afford to pay anybody to bring food for
Yes.
us.
Oh, yeah.
We keep it so hoping then, by keeping it low-key like that, it'll be a fun opportunity for a lot of the local people. There are people who are retired who don't have companies to go to Christmas parties to, or just individuals who are with small companies and don't have a Christmas party. So this is a great way to celebrate, and by us keeping our prices so low, we are hoping that the people will bring some cash and buy raffle tickets and buy 50-50 tickets and spend the money there so we can make up for the lack of pricing that we charge to get in.
Yeah,
Right.
no, it is a great opportunity, like you said, if somebody doesn't have a Christmas party that they're going to with a business or, they're not really doing much over the holidays. This is a great way to get out, have a wonderful evening, enjoy.
And the gals
night
get to
dinner.
dress up and the guys get to wear their bolo ties, because it's like Cowboy Christmas.
It is yes, it can be a bolo tie occasion. We have a couple people watching on Facebook. Kat watching, saying good morning to
Hi,
everyone.
Kat.
Hello, Kat. Hope you're having a great morning. Again, this is also it's a great way to help Soroptimist of Zane Grey Country. So not only is it a fun event
Yeah.
that you can go and have fun, celebrate the holidays, but you're helping.
Yes, that's right.
Well, Kat was there last year, and I'm hoping to see her there again this year, so she knows all about us. You know, if she quit being so busy working all the time, maybe she could come and have lunch with us and become one of us.
Well, and I'm glad you brought that up, Inga, as far as, and it'd be good to mention again, the meetings.
Yes.
When the meetings are, and that it is open to women of any age if you want to help and be a part of Soroptimist.
That's right. It's open to anyone who has a heart for sharing their time to help other people. Sometimes it's hard when you're new in a new in a city or a town, not a company. But anyway, to get connected.
Yeah.
And so we think Soroptimist is one of the best places to do that because there's a wide variety of women involved from all backgrounds and literally all backgrounds and internationally, literally every single kind of background you'd like to mention. And so consequently we are wide open and we love just someone who is interested in helping other people because that's what we do. And we meet and we figure out ways to do that the best way possible, and we raise money where we can, and then we give it away.
Well, see, that's what happened with me when I moved to Payson 10 years ago. You know, I was going to just get up here and write my book, which never hasn't happened yet. I happened to read in a newspaper, Soroptimist, and I said, oh Lord, they have a Soroptimist club up here, because I've been in 2 different clubs in the valley, and that's where I started. And I didn't know anybody in town. So I thought, well, you know what, let me call a number and see where they meet. And my life was a roller coaster ever since then.
That's true. So once again, Wednesdays at Tiny's.
Tomorrow. Come tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah, we, and Tiny's, you just order your lunch or not, as you choose. And you come and sit and hear what we're doing and join in. And it's an easy group. We are low-key, but we are serious.
We're like family, though.
Yeah, we are like family. But one of the things you need to know about Soroptimist is we are driven about helping. It is not a place where you go if you are just biding your time.
It's not a networking.
It's not a networking group. It is we are there seriously to help where help is needed.
You know, it's not just that we do things for women, because the first
Yeah, that's true.
Saturday in March is our Saturday of service.
Well, that's true,
You
yes.
know, so we've
Yeah.
done a variety of different things.
We take cookies to firefighters. I mean, you know, we do a wide variety of things. You know, it's awful lot of fun. Surprisingly enough, it's really a lot of fun. And sometimes it's also a way that you can do something that you might think would be out of your abilities. I will tell you quickly that I got to know a king once because of Soroptimist.
Really?
King Kigali V of Rwanda. Because back in the 90s, there was an awful thing happening in Rwanda.
Oh, yes, yeah.
And it was a serious thing, and the children who had managed to live through the horror had no help. And there was a woman who was a single woman who was able to distribute things to children who need. And our club managed to get together little boxes, and we got them to this woman's hands in Rwanda so she could give them to children who literally were interested in getting a spoon or something to carry something in. They needed the most basic things you can imagine. And it actually gave us an opportunity to do something that maybe none of us ever would have thought was possible in our lifetime, sitting here in Payson, to do in such an interesting and serious way. And we were responsible for sending and making sure that there were like 3,000 boxes just because of our club that got sent into Rwanda to help children who were in totally desperate situations.
What about the women who've been run out of their villages, and we provided them with treadle sewing machines?
Oh, yes.
Showed them how to work it, showed them how to market it, and be self-sufficient.
Well, that was in Thailand,
Yeah.
and that was because these villagers were selling their girl children to make money.
Mhm.
And so Soroptimist, and they were selling them to brothels in Bangkok, which were 100% HIV positive.
Mm.
So we had what was called AIDS mediation, a Soroptimist AIDS mediation. And we went in and taught them to use treadle machines and other ways to earn money so they wouldn't sell their children.
Mhm.
But it was a whole process of teaching them what was happening to the girls. Literally, we had to teach them what was happening to the girls, and then we had to teach them how to make money without doing this. And it worked. It worked so well that usually our projects in those years lasted about 5 years, and we got involved with the governments, okay? This one worked so well, we did it about 10 years. Yeah, original.
No, we did even more than that. I mean, bathrooms in schools, we built schools in Africa, water wells. And one of the things that we try not to talk about because we forget, we're the ones that are responsible for women getting their names on credit cards.
Oh, that is true.
Yeah. What about the
Yes.
stripes on the side of the road?
Yes, right. If you have a stripe on the side of the road, Soroptimist did that. Yeah, and the first sequoia trees that were saved by Soroptimist.
Hmm.
We're an
Wow.
we're an interesting group. Oh, and
Yeah.
also we have a non-governmental seat in the United Nations.
Mhm.
So we're an NGO, and so one of the things that we are doing with the NGOs is to try to stop female mutilation in the world. So I mean, we're serious. We're a serious group. We really are. We're worth talking about.
Mhm.
We serve serious causes, but
We do.
we're a light-hearted, loving family.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
No,
true.
yeah, and involved in so many different areas. It is
Yeah, it's interesting.
amazing. So again, if you want to learn more and want to join, or you're interested in joining Soroptimist of Zane Grey Country, the meetings every Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Which
Except for holiday weekends, like the Wednesday before Christmas, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, that type of thing. So if you want to come tomorrow, it'll be chaos, but it'll be fun because we're doing our last minute,
planning,
Planning
preparation.
for
yeah.
Friday.
Yeah, for Friday, and again, this Friday at Cowboy Christmas with a shootout by the Ponderosa Pioneers. And this takes place at the Oxbow Saloon and Restaurant, 607 West Main Street. It's from 5 to 8 p.m. There's food, raffles, 50-50,
Wine.
wine wheel,
Yeah.
and the wine wheel.
Yeah,
Nice.
and wine.
Well,
Yeah,
wine.
yeah.
The $35 covers wine. There's no, I mean, it's, hopefully you'll be responsible about it, but yes,
Yes.
it covers the wine you drink, so.
Yeah.
Hey, there we
And it will
go.
be in a thimble. Oh, here's the thing, if you want to reserve some tickets or get some tickets, please text me at 928-951-6158.
And it's important to note, it says here no tickets sold.
No,
at the-
no, no.
Oh, no,
that-
that's, no,
No,
that's not.
that is.
That was a faux
okay,
pas.
faux
We
pas.
will
There
be,
we
but
go.
we need to know who's coming. So
Okay.
if they need to do will call,
Okay,
they need to text their name and their number
yes.
to
Let us
me.
know that you're coming.
Yes, and that'd be great for being able to prepare.
Yeah,
how
make
much
sure we have enough
you
food.
need.
Yeah,
Yes,
right.
that is
Sure.
important. Well, thank you ladies for coming on this
Oh,
morning.
thank you for
and
having us.
sharing
We
it.
really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Chris,
Very,
not
very
just
welcome.
for hosting us this morning, but for all that you do for the community and the awareness you raise in our community.
I try, and that's all we can do
do
together
great.
is try. So thank you.
Thank you.
And time to get back to the music now.
God
with,
bless you and Merry Christmas.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Merry
Merry
Christmas,
Christmas.
everyone, and God bless. And gonna have some music from Chicago, the Beatles, and more. But first, a quick update from the National Weather Service.
With this morning's KRIM weather forecast, surrounding areas.
See you later, guys.